All right. So today, I just wanted to bring up a topic that's important to me when it comes to, I guess, growing in life and really, truly getting and accepting the things that you want inside of you. So there's always blocks in the way. And typically it's our old mindset or the ways we think or past experiences or whatever it may be. So, obviously we have things happen to us and then we kind of come up with ideas or a group mentality or a thinking, and it creates a negative idea that we put out there. So, maybe we have experience with a person or a group of people. Let's say girls, we always tend to have, we've had past relationships with them, they've lied, they've done things to us, or men too, obviously, since I'm sure there's men and women both watching this. Just our past experiences, and now we put everyone that we meet into a box, and so we're just automatically projecting the worst, automatically thinking the worst about how we're going to experience them. Maybe it's being ghosted, or going out and just a pattern of going out for a little while and then disappearing, or things not working out, or past relationships not working out, or just anything in general when it comes to relationships with people. But we can have this with anything. Could be, like I said, money, things in our life, careers, any materialistic thing, or just, any relationship to things outside of us. I know money is just like, hey, something's always going to happen to cause me to never have enough. And we create that idea that we're projecting the worst, thinking about things we need to pay in 3 months, 6 months, whatever. We just automatically assume it's not going to work out. Or even in our jobs, hey, I'm not going to get ahead of my job, or I'm out interviewing for jobs, so I'm not going to get this job, I'm not going to get this experience, etc. So, it's just based on our past experiences that we've had. We've already created all these negative ideas that get in our life. So what we really need to do is retrain them and go back and forgive those things that happened and not hold on to them, or just constantly just flip everything that might have been bad that happened in our life into a past experience that was positive. Because whatever you think in the moment is what you're experiencing. So if we're worried about, things in the future not working out for the best, or we're sitting in our past, because this is more about our past experience, and dwelling on something that happened to us when we were 10, 12, 15, 20, however old you are, at any point, we're now experiencing it in the moment, we're having those feelings and thoughts, and that's the person that we're being. So, what you can do is, you can go back and, get yourself in a calm, relaxed state and relive those experiences and change what happened. That's always a technique or an idea. And especially when it comes to resentment. Like, resentment is the number one destroyer for us when it comes to our true inner peace and our happiness, because we're resentment at either situations that happen to us or people that happen to us. And basically what a resentment is, it's like drinking poison and hoping that another person or another thing dies. Like, it makes no sense. We're only hurting ourselves, because 9 times out of 10, I would say even 95% of the time, the other person does not care that you're angry at them or you're resentful at them, or has no idea. And the ones that do care, they end up coming and reconciling anyway, so we don't truly have a resentment at them. So, letting go of all those resentments and all those things that happened to us that we felt wronged by, and just changing the story will lighten our mind, and will lighten our load in life, and will lighten the way we see things, and will give us more of a positive outlook on ourselves, first of all, because we're resentful because they hurt us, and now that makes us feel like there's something wrong with us and who we are, and that's not necessarily true. You have to truly see yourself as, perfect already, the best to ever do it. I'm not saying not be at least a little bit humble, but definitely see yourself in a positive light at all times. Even if you have negative feelings throughout the day, you still turn it back to a positive outcome. So, letting go of that resentment and changing the story of how it happened, or just misremembering it and forgetting it altogether. Again, you're not saying that what happened is right. We're just forgiving ourselves for holding on to it and forgiving the other person and showing them love. That's the ultimate way. If you can show them love, no matter what they did or what you perceived they did, because sometimes you don't even know what they did. Maybe it happened physically in your appearance, but sometimes you had ideas and thoughts that, they did this to us and we don't know. We don't know what's going on with that other person. So, truly let go of all those things holding you back and creating all that negative groupthink or those negative thoughts and patterns and emotions inside of you, and really let go of that poison for yourself, that resentment that you're holding on to. And you can do that, like I said, by going back and reliving every situation and changing the story and putting it as a positive outcome. Or, you can just sit in a deep meditative state or a thoughtful state and just say, hey, I'm not holding this against the other person anymore, and I'm not going to let it affect me anymore. And this is what's true for my life right now. I'm not that person that happened to. I'm not that person. This never actually happened to me. Or, this is the new person that I am. And I'm not a person that's going to ever experience those things ever again. That's the way forward. Letting go, drop the resentment, stop drinking poison and hurting yourself, and everything is going to be all right. So remember that. You're the best to ever do it. You're capable of anything, and you can get everything you want. But it all starts in here, and it all starts inside, and it all starts with self-love. You got it. Stay blessed and have a good day.